Premier League Brighton Hove Albion vs Fulham prediction, team news, lineups preview. Two Premier League teams harboring realistic aspirations of securing European football for next season do battle at the Amex Stadium on Saturday afternoon as Brighton Hove Albion play host to Fulham. The Seagulls will be seeking revenge against the Cottagers after they were beaten 3-1 in the reverse fixture at Craven Cottage 3 months ago. Match preview. Since suffering a painful 7-0 defeat at Nottingham Forest at the beginning of February, the club's heaviest league loss for 67 years, Brighton have responded well and have put together a 5-game winning streak in all competitions. Premier League victories over Chelsea 3-0, Southampton 4-0, and Bournemouth 2-1 were bookended by FA Cup 4th and 5th round wins against Chelsea and Newcastle United respectively, beating the latter 2-1 after extra time last weekend courtesy of goals from Yankuba Minte and Danny Welbeck. Fabian Hürzeler's side will renew acquaintances with Nottingham Forest in the quarter-finals later this month. But they will now shift their attention back to the Premier League and their quest to qualify for Europe. The Seagulls currently sit 8th in the table and only 4 points behind the top 4 with 11 games remaining. Brighton head into Saturday's contest seeking to win 4 consecutive top-flight matches for just the second time in their history, last doing so in April/May 1981. The only team in English top-flight history to have won 4 in a row immediately after a defeat by 7 or more goals are Grimsby Town, who lost 9-1 to Arsenal back in January 1931 before winning their next 4 games. The Seagulls will be required to achieve a club first if they wish to continue their winning run, as they have never beaten Fulham as a Premier League club in 9 attempts D4L5. Both the most times they have ever faced an opponent without winning and the most the Cottagers have faced an opponent without losing in the division. After winning 4 games out of 5 across all competitions in the month of February, Fulham kick-started March in positive fashion as they knocked out FA Cup holders Manchester United in the 5th round last weekend, winning 4-3 on penalties following a 1-1 draw in 120 minutes at Old Trafford. A quarter-final home tie with Crystal Palace, the only team to beat Fulham 2-0 over the last 4 weeks, awaits later this month, and the Cottagers deserve to be in the next stage in the eyes of head coach Marco Silva, who is hoping to steer the club to their first ever major piece of silverware. Fulham are now focused on improving their position in the Premier League. They currently sit 9th in the table, just 1 point and 1 place behind Brighton, and they know that a win over the Seagulls this weekend could see them climb to as high as 6th if other results go their way. The Cottagers have won each their last 3 Premier League away games against Leicester 2-0, Newcastle 2-1 and Wolves 2-1. Last winning more consecutively in the top flight in March/April 1966-5. Fulham's 6 away victories this season is already their second most in a single Premier League campaign, 7 in 2022-23. Silva and co. have come out on top against Brighton by 3-0 and 3-1 scorelines in their last 2 Premier League meetings. The only team Fulham have ever beaten in 3 successive top-flight encounters while scoring 3 or more goals each time is West Ham between 1965 and 1966. Team news. Brighton quartet Ferdi Kadioglu toe, Igor Julio thigh, James Milner hamstring and Joel Veltman knock all remain sidelined with injuries, while Captain Lewis Dunk rib, Jason Steele shoulder, Karu Mitoma knee, and Matt O'Reilly illness will all be assessed ahead of kickoff. Tariq Lamptey is suspended after receiving 2 yellow cards in Brighton's FA Cup win at Newcastle, so Jack Hinchelwood could be tasked with filling in at right back, and either Yassine Ayari or Diego Gomez could partner Carlos Baliba in centre midfield. Minte, who has scored 3 goals in his last 4 games and has been nominated for February's Premier League Player of the Month award, is set to start again on the right flank, while Welbeck will be pushing to start up front, which could see João Pedro move into a deeper attacking role and Jorginho Rutter drop down to the substitutes bench. As for Fulham, Rice Nelson thigh, Kenny Tetney and Harry Wilson fractured foot all remain sidelined with injuries, while Adama Traore ankle is a doubt and will be assessed ahead of kickoff. Sasa Lukic received his 10th booking of the season last time out and will now serve a 2-match suspension. Andreas Pereira is the most likely candidate to start in a deeper midfield role alongside Sander Berge, although both Harrison Reed and Tom Kearney are other options at Silva's disposal, while Alex Iwobi could move over to the right flank if Willian is recalled to start on the left in the potential absence of Traore. Raúl Jiménez is set to replace Rodrigo Muniz up front. All 9 of the Mexicans' PL goals this season have either put Fulham ahead 6 or drawn them level in a match, the most goals by any player with a 100% record in both categories so far this term. Brighton Hove Albion possible starting lineup: Verbruggen, Hinchelwood, Van Heck, Webster, Estupinan, Baliba, Ayari, Minte, Pedro, Mitoma, Welbeck. Fulham possible starting lineup: Leno, Castaigne, Anderson, Bassi, Robinson, Berge, Pereira, Iwobi, Smith-Rowe, Willian, Jimenez. We say, Brighton Hove Albion 2-2 Fulham. Fulham boast an impressive Premier League record against Brighton and have also looked strong away from home in recent weeks, so they should be confident of success on the South Coast this weekend. However, Brighton have enjoyed an upturn in form and having already beaten fellow European hopefuls Chelsea, Newcastle and Bournemouth in the last few weeks, we are backing the Seagulls to claim at least a share of the spoils on home soil. Thanks for your watching. Don't forget to click the subscribed button and hit the bell icon for more.